HIFAZAT bro, am I audible?
Yeah, bro.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
saying,
you are audible.
I was saying that you must have been very busy days, busiest days
Yeah,
today.
it was quite busy because all the friends were asking about how was your experience, what are the questions that asked. It was a busy day up till evening, and later it's just like a normal day.
So have you taken nap after that to relax your
But
mind?
no, not yet, bro. Actually, I haven't slept from yesterday.
Oh, I can understand. Yesterday, you were so. Yesterday we had a meeting. Yeah, yesterday only. You were so
Yeah,
worried about that
the,
thing, and I had also seen your message in late night in the group. I was wondering that it was very hectic to hectic for you, the tension of that what is going to happen. But see, Hifazat bro, you saw now, Anglo is 1,000 times better than the Seven Island. Okay,
yeah. I wanted to ask about how much the students are getting paid as a TM
चाय गिर गई ना
for the
उसमें मैं
fourth year.
yes. Uh,
How much TME are getting paid, and
five
how
hundred
much
dollar.
after
Yeah.
being fourth engineer?
For
500.
engineer, twelve
That
hundred fifty dollar.
huh?
That is $1,250
What?
in a case of
Bro,
fourth
are you
engineer.
kidding?
What?
HIFAZAT, it will be around 37,000 to 40,000 rupees.
No,
If you
at
look at the corporate sector right now, it's
for
like
Anglo,
around 25,000 rupees earn after 1 year.
for Anglo, I am talking about
So it's
fourth
way
engineer.
better.
After getting succeeded in MEO class fourth, that I was saying that.
Bro, that means 7 islands paying much better than Anglo. Yeah.
Who said like for fourth engineer for cadet?
7 islands.
It's Seven Island. How much paying Seven Island?
They are paying 40,000.
40,000. You will get in Anglo 40,000 also in a time of cadetship. I was saying
Hello,
about
hello.
Sorry?
$1,250. Yes, at the time of fourth
As
engineer.
a TME,
At the time of fourth engineer, at the TME, you will be getting five
bro,
hundred
for
dollar.
the fourth engineer, bro, fourth engineer, 12,550 means that very less, bro. In 7 island,
1,200 to,
they are paying 1,40,000.
but it will be better than I have just estimated. I have told you estimated value 1,200 to 1,600. It goes on increasing and decreasing, but it's a long process. It will take 4 years.
Uh,
It is after 4 years. It will get increased. Okay. After passing from
and
Anglo and
I have
all,
heard, I have,
you have to at least give 3 years.
bro, I have heard in the synergy, people are getting paid around $2,500, even $2,500 for the fourth engineer.
Better,
चलो चलो
better. I will say na. I think proper 7 to 8 people have joined. So, Hifazat bro, I would say let's start with your experience. Like before interview, how you were feeling like, and after interview, what was your feeling? My first question is this only.
See, you already know how I was scared about the interview. You already know how I was very much terrified. I haven't slept yesterday, and when I was trying to sleep at that time also, I was having waking up suddenly in the middle of the sleep. I was just waking up and looking at the time. Okay, okay, now this is the time. Okay, now still I have time. So I was not able to sleep yesterday, and later when I gave an interview, everything was clear and good. At that time, I got relaxation, and still I'm not getting any like I'm not wanted to sleep. I'm still not want to sleep. Like my my sleep is gone, just like along with the interviewer.
Yeah, like the the
I
relaxation
don't
of
know
getting
how to
selected is much
explain that.
more than the relaxation of getting a nap. I can understand that the happiness, the happy hormones must be released, have been released in you after that. And when he said how if you got selected, then what did you felt like? Oh God, that how it is, how it is possible.
I was like, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I was just confused. I was just saying, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And
All of a
when
sudden, if we said
the last non-technical question was,
yes.
he asked me non-technical question. At that time, he was also smiling at me. The, I will go. We will go through all the questions. The uh, it was first started with an introduction.
Yes.
I introduced myself,
So
and
how did you
let me take
introduce
the question.
what he asked and what you said? Tell that also, no?
Uh, uh, he was not in a mood to explain me like, okay, sir, my name is HIFAZAT. I am from Dharavi, Mumbai, and I've completed my 10, my 12. He was not like that. It was not like that. Okay, HIFAZAT, from where you did your graduation, like direct question. So the answer was direct. Then later he asked about what do your parents do, like one to one question, not the explanatory one. So later I explained, told him my parents do this job. So later he asked about, are you graduated or still pursuing? So at that time I told, sir, I have graduated last year only. So he asked me, okay, you have graduated last year. So what are you doing till now? What you were doing? So at that time I explained him, sir, I was preparing for the merchant navy since my third year. So I decided to join as a marine engineer. So that's why I took a part-time job as a data analyst. So sir said okay, and then and then he asked me about how do you know about this merchant navy? At that time he asked na. So that time I told him, sir, when I was in third year, I was doing research and all. So at that time I came across Pranit Mehta sir's video. He had explained everything. So like that I told him. Then later he asked me, okay, did you bought his package? Like that he asked me directly. I told, no sir, I didn't bought any package, but I prepared everything from myself only. Like that I told him. Okay, sir then told, okay. So after that, he came on my final year project. So my किरण जैसा हेलो ज्ञान
Yeah,
एक
yeah.
मिनट रुकना भाई एक कॉल आ रहा है मुझे
Okay,
एक
okay, all
सेकंड
right, all
सॉरी
right. So Kamlesh bro, you have came. I think Gurvinder is also there. And I would request Gurvinder to for a suggestion that we should explain our introduction in 1 minute, like a period of some certain time, or one to one directly. Just he's asking that is enough. I am doing this and this, not about the general type of introduction. What do you think?
Yeah, just Gurvinder, before you answer this question, I just want to add one thing. Because last time when I had interview with
Present.
Raghav sir, so instead of asking me to introduce myself, he just asked straightforward questions like, "Where are you from?" So I just answered it in one sentence. So like, I'm from this place. Then he asked about how many members are there in your family, and
and
like,
they are
okay,
asking
yeah. So
direct question they are asking.
I just answered that question in like one word, sentence mostly, 1.5
For
sentence.
but for mine, na, O'Brien sir, he was like fully interested. He first asked me to introduce properly. And why do you want to join Merchant Navy? Why Anglo? Strength, weakness, and all that.
So what's your suggestion? I mean, should we explain it like in more than
It
one
should be
sentence?
explanatory or just direct this
It
short.
depends on the
Depends
question.
on
Na. If he's directly asking you from where are you, so you have to like simply tell where are you. If they're telling you, na, introduce yourself. First, I told him my name, then from where I am,
So
and then
it's
after that,
fine if I'm answering in one or two sentences about as based on the question, right?
based on
There's
the
nothing,
question. But
there's
if
nothing
it's
wrong in
like
it.
production, then you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
tell about you.
All right, got the idea about that. Deposit,
that.
bro.
Hifazat, hello.
Yeah.
Like, have you contacted for which batch you are
So
going for?
she hasn't mailed me yet. I don't know if she forgot or
Okay, okay. I think she will mail you
maybe
tomorrow. Like
That
for the
many
post
times.
in
I finished my
paperwork,
exam like
like
10 days back and I have
for all the
still
documents.
not received any email from Anjali ma'am.
exam that's okay, but
No, no, I mean
exam,
Interview,
10
yeah,
days after interview also still nothing.
Yeah.
you got the
nothing.
interview.
So you cleared the interview?
Yeah, I got to clear the interview like 10, I don't know how many days back, like 10 to 15 days back at least. And she hasn't yet replied. I even sent her a reminder saying like computer tell me the further steps or whatever.
When did you had your exam?
The exam was way long back, maybe month and a half back.
I mean, in Feb, in Jan.
But for me, she contacted me in the evening even. Like as in the morning, I gave my interview at night, and in evening I received the email for the all the documents, my passport, all the like other school documents.
I think in your case, Gurvinder, because it was campus placement, that's why
Yeah,
the
yeah,
procedure was pretty
Yes,
fast.
that's why they
that can be
want
the reason.
to do it complete
Yeah,
fast
Mine
fast.
was just
it was
campus,
very fast as compared to others. Okay. Where are you from? What
VIT.
was your name? Jack.
Jack is also.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, your students are also PDA guys. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
What happened?
I mean, the institute which is famous for PDA cards, right?
Kind of, yeah.
PDI. What is that?
I couldn't resist me.
What is that?
Someday later. I'll explain that someday later.
That viral video.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was not from VIT.
Sort of.
No,
No,
That
no. In
basically,
that,
nothing happened there because there's so much security, but they just put it on VIT, but that's it. But what is true is the guards are, sort of there to provide security that nothing happens
basically,
in the
there
first
are
place.
guards to ensure that no couple is doing anything in the campus,
yeah.
and they are taking their job very seriously. But I think we are distracted from the main topic. Just
Okay.
get back
All
to
right. We'll talk
HIFAZAT.
and discuss. Deposit, bro. Then what was the
Yeah.
next question?
So he later asked me about the cross question on final year engineering, final year project.
So what you said?
So so my final year project was football shooting machine. It was nothing much, but the project was little kind of a small machine which will throw a ball in different direction with different velocity. Like for the goalkeeper, it's a training machine. To catch ball in different direction, coming ball in different direction. So I explained him. I gave him overview about my project, and then he asked, "Okay, with how much speed the machine throws that ball?" So I told I was not able to remember it properly, but I told him, "Okay, sir, 50 meter per second." Sir, oh, nice, nice, nice. अगर कुछ लंबा फेंक दिया होता ना भाई तब तो मेरी बजा देते भाई.
Okay. And what was the cross question?
So cross question was okay, what types of motor you have used for throwing that ball? So I told him, sir, it was an induction motor, and for giving the inclination in the for throwing the ball in with different inclination, we gave a stepper motor. So stepper motor is a high torque motor, so it will sustain the load of the machine and also give the desired inclination. So he told, okay, okay, good, good. So, and later he asked me, okay, why did you done mechanical engineering only? So I told him, sir, in a MST CET, I got enough marks to get into the computer engineering or electronics or something IT. But I didn't choose because I wanted to join. I wanted to do engineering, which will help me to have a like better personality also, and also like थोड़ा फेंक दिया इसमें मैंने. Okay. And I'm very fond of machine and machine based equipment like that.
Okay. Uh, so
So
then
now the technical part.
when he said
So,
ask what you were doing till now, then what you said?
so I told him that I was doing a part-time job as a data analyst and mainly focusing for the mainly focusing for the GME only, sir.
Okay.
Sir told, okay.
Guys, my voice is not clear. HIFAZAT, can you hear my
Uh,
voice? Is there any
yeah,
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 video
you
it's
are
issue?
clear,
clear.
clear, clear.
Maybe their network issue. It's my voice is so clear. I am having a college LAN. It's so fast. Okay.
No, I
All
mean, Hiva's voice also is clear.
okay. All right. So HIFAZAT brother, then after what he asked?
Then he came to the technical side. How do we come to know if PCR system have moisture in it?
Yeah, that's a typical question. How do we come to know?
Yeah, suddenly he came on to this VCR system and he asked me the question which I haven't heard till yet. So I gave the answer with my overall knowledge about the VCR. So I have studied when there is any like any impurities is added into the system. So there is a choking in thermostatic expansion valve. So at that time, the suction pressure at the inlet side of the compressor will get reduced. So I explained him in the reverse way. I have to explain like I have to first explain about the thermostatic expansion valve. So if there any moisture is present, so at the time of throttling, so when the pressure goes down, at that time only when the pressure will go down, at that time only the water or moisture content will get freeze inside the thermostatic expansion. But I explained it later. I explained him in the way like, sir, so if there any impurities will be there, so the pressure will get reduced at the section side of the suction pressure will get reduced. So ultimately, we know the compression ratio that is equal to discharge pressure upon suction pressure. So so now the compressor will have to do more work and the efficiency will get reduced. So later sir asked me, okay, so so he came went on the next question. What phasing takes place? So at that time I explained, I completed my answer like, sir, when the impurities is there in the refrigerator, at that time the choking is happening inside the thermostatic expansion valve. And talking about the freezing, so when the air having moisture in it comes in contact with the evaporator coil. So when they come in contact, the moisture having the latent heat, the moisture having heat in it, so it is absorbed by the refrigerant. So at that time only the moisture condenses back to the liquid form and drains out. But sometimes due to the impurities present in the inside, so at that time it freezes there only. So this is how freezing occurs inside the freezing occurs at the evaporator point. So it was okay, good. So he
Evaporator.
went on the next question.
Yeah, as we have seen, I have cross question. As we have seen that one thing is that in evaporator coil in fridge, if we see, there will be some ice is in that section, ice fridges in that section. This you were talking about, or uh, that
Yeah, yeah,
something is
yeah, yeah.
called
GYAN.
It is, yeah,
frosting. Something is called frosting of ice or something. That's only no.
Yeah, frost
yeah.
formation.
Both are same, na?
Okay, or that's
No, no.
are
See. No. See, there are two things. Okay. First is moisture in the HVAC system. So if there is moisture in the condenser coils, when you're filling the refrigerant, right, you have to be very careful. Sometimes what happens is maybe air might get sucked in or moisture might get sucked into the refrigerant, into the compressor when you are refilling the system. Okay, so that indication, as HIFAZAT said, it will be because there will be a drop in efficiency. There may, because moisture is fluid, right? It's incompressible, so it may cause damage to the compressor
moisture
as
is
well. The
okay.
second thing is frost buildup on coils. Frost buildup on coils occurs because coils are at very low temperature. You know that the refrigerant is generally in liquid phase, so that is less than 0 degrees Celsius. When air containing humidity or moisture comes in contact with that, or when you contact with the evaporator coils, the moisture will condense on the coil, and in certain cases it will begin to
Yeah,
freeze
yeah.
over time. Frost over the coils. Now frost over the coils has two will have one major effect. Ice is an insulator, it is not a conductor of heat, so it will prevent heat absorption from the evaporator coils, which will reduce the efficiency of the refrigeration system. So that's something that I have to say.
Yeah, yeah.
I understood
That
this
I was
question. Why freezing means the refrigeration effect happening in evaporator? Why the refrigeration effect? Why evaporator only? Yeah, I thought different. Okay, all right. What was next?
या
He was just
बेसिकली अगर देखा होगा ना कभी,
carry on.
ज्ञान कभी देखा होगा ना, गर्मी में फ्रिज बंद कर दोगे, फ्रिज के नीचे पानी जमा हो जाता है,
Yeah, lots of
पुराना फ्रिज
water.
होगा
Yeah.
जिसमें डिफ्रॉस्टिंग सिस्टम नहीं होता।
Hmm.
हाँ, पानी ट्रे होती है फ्रिज के
like my
नीचे,
fridge.
उसमें पानी जमा करने की। हाँ हाँ, तो वो इसीलिए होती है
So
डिफ्रॉस्टिंग सिस्टम के
that
लिए,
water is coming
डिफ्रॉस्टिंग
from the like inside the container, right?
सिस्टम के
Or from the system.
लिए। Yeah, no, that is from the evaporator coils. It will flow down completely from the fridge and from the interior, and it will come to the
Yeah, just like
tray
in
pallet below.
our AC system. In
Yeah,
AC
the
also it
drip
happens the
drips.
same.
Yeah, there is a dripping pipe
Drain pipe is there, na?
from the
So it is the
yeah.
same. It is the same.
Okay. All right. He was then after what he asked to you.
Then he asked me about what are the different parts of the diesel engine.
Then
I
what you said?
explained him it's the different parts. I told him the piston ring, camshaft, crankshaft, connecting rod, cylinder block, gasket, flywheel, and the main part. And I focus on the main part, that is the fuel injection. I told him, and ultimately, sir, fuel injection. So he got the knowledge of okay, fuel injector. He told.
Okay.
So I think one of the main difference that people should, try to mention if they can
Jake,
when they ask
your
diesel
voice is
versus
not
petrol
clear.
engine.
Uh,
Oh, it's not
yeah.
clear.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear.
Oh, maybe
Oh, it's
there's
clear. Okay. So
it's
I think one
mumbling
of
like.
the most
Okay.
important thing for diesels will be to mention the crosshead bearing, and if they ask petrol, then or basically whatever, then we can say the gudgeon pin. So that those two important things you can ask
Yeah,
out.
Crosshead
type and trunk type.
Because for
crosshead
me,
bearing should be mentioned when they ask about two stroke.
It's not
yeah. So he
about
just said
petrol
diesel. So
and diesel.
They are
It's
mainly
up
asking four stroke.
okay.
No, they are mainly asking four stroke, I guess.
Okay, I'm not sure which one he was replying for, but yeah, let's see.
He just
If it's
told
two
me
stroke,
the
then
diesel engine. That's why I told him the main common
You should mention
components
first.
in the diesel engine which are required.
Okay. So the
okay.
you just said the name of the component of engine, or you explained that
Yeah, the
component.
same. No, he
You
didn't ask me to explain anything.
very nice. You are very smart. Next.
So the next question was the piston ring. He told me to explain piston ring.
Okay.
So what is the use of the what is piston, what is the use of the function of piston ring? I
So we
told
have
him,
already,
sir, piston ring
yeah,
is.
we have already discussed about this piston rings, compression ring, scraper oil ring, and is it,
I
Kamlesh
didn't
bro?
explain that.
We
I
have
did, I
already
didn't
discussed.
didn't told like that.
Okay, what you said?
When we used to have mock interview between me, myself, and Kiran, I was explaining like, sir, I was explaining him, yeah, compression ring, scraper ring,
Hmm.
and that ring. He told me, no, don't explain like that. Explain in the way like, sir, the function of the piston ring is to dissipate heat from the piston and to prevent the leakages from the leakages of the flue gas from the combustion chamber, and also to prevent the entering of the lube oil inside the combustion chamber. So that's it. I didn't explain the scraper ring and compression
Yeah,
ring, wiper ring.
Kamlesh brother and Gurvinder, I had one question regarding that. Should we over explain the things like everything or just asking, and what is just asking? The main thing just spoke that, because Kiran used to explain from up and down. He covers every minute detail, and as a normal and average guy, I can't match Kiran to know everything about every, like certain, I can explain the certain parts what he's asking, but I can't explain the mechanism, and I am not having that much time to prepare. So, what is your suggestions? What's your suggestion?
Depend on the question and and on the interviewer as well. Like who is your interview especially?
Yeah. It was lucky. I was lucky that
What he
he was
wants.
Rishi Rana, sir. If he was,
Are you are I think lucky. My interview was went around 50-55 minutes.
bro, my interview was done within 20 minutes.
Yeah, nice.
Are my Oberoi sir na
Hmm.
he that is each and every part. Like in the four stroke diesel engine there were around 10 cross
Did you get any
questions.
diagrams? Because when Uber took my interview, he made me to like pick four diagrams plus explain. Yeah, so he
Four
could to
diagram,
draw my
four
activity in
diagrams,
front of him,
four
and
to
I should
five
draw
diagrams.
those. So he get very hard and all that. It's very
Mm.
Yes,
all that.
Yes, diagram.
No, no, I no,
even Briganda sir
he
do
was
that.
not like
So
simply just
him and
told
there's more
me.
so he get far and all that.
Mm. Like for the four stroke, na, he asked me to explain the working of from the camshaft to the valve opening with
Oh
the
yeah, rocker that
rocker
part.
arm and
I
all.
also had a similar question on that only.
What,
But then he also
what was that
cross
question?
questioned it
Mm.
into why is the camshaft and crankshaft ratio
Okay,
different
okay,
for
okay.
four stroke and two strokes. So he
Same,
transitioned
same,
into that
same.
cross question.
He gave me condition like if the crankshaft is rotating at 1200 rpm, what would be the rpm of the camshaft? I told him 600. Then he told me why. Then I explained him why.
Actually, I don't have anything like what you should or what you
This
should
we
not.
had.
But personally, what I do is I don't go into much detail. But if the interviewer is interested, then he will ask about that.
Interview asking, then we have to
Yeah,
tell. No? Mm.
if he's asking, then you must say whatever he's asking for. But
Oberoi sir asked me everything. He then
yeah,
asked me the difference between governor and flywheel.
yeah, he does. He does. He's very finicky about those
How
details.
how did how
So,
like how flywheel maintains constant power output.
Oberoi
वो
sir
हो
is
जाता
good
था
for
यार उसका
Kiran.
तो क्रॉस क्वेश्चन.
Kiran type. Oberoi sir is good for Kiran type.
Yeah,
And
but personally, what I
Rishi
think
Rana sir is
is
good for
you
HIFAZAT
shouldn't
type.
start explaining it like
Hifazat.
I'm just
I
writing
mean,
that.
personally, I don't think like you should start explaining. I mean, like from the beginning, you should not explain like going into minute details of like any
I
question.
have knowledge of
You
everything,
should
but
wait
don't
for
explain
him asking it.
it.
And like if he's asking specifically for like okay, what's that, or like
See, the
then
problem
okay,
is that only.
for answering next question, you can cover those minute details.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think all the three interviewers, Rishi Rajan sir is
one of the
Most
Yeah,
lenient
he's
one.
the chillest. I have ordered.
Yeah,
I'm praying
yeah.
that
I told Hifazat
मेरा भी
brother
इस
earlier
पर
also
उन्हीं
that
के साथ हो. I'm just praying.
yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
remember.
I just got my result for written. We
What's
all
that?
have cleared. Guys, how many days we are going to get at least for
I
preparation?
would say,
Now it's really tricky, you know.
I would say
1 month.
1.5.
Now it's
1.5
1
months.
month. Max.
max
Because
1 month. Right?
my
It can be as less
Minimum,
as 3 weeks
minimum,
or 2 weeks.
at least 15
bro,
days, na?
last time
It
also
can.
At least
last
15
time
days, na?
also my exam was in October, 14th of October,
Uh-huh.
and my interview was on 25th December, 25 or 24th December, like was around.
Yeah, I
So
want to get
October
more and more
से
time.
November December
Yeah,
पूरा
No,
महीना समझ रहे हो?
no, and you don't need more and more time. You'll just lose the touch. That's what's happened with me. I'm just like not able to recall anything, you know.
yeah.
I'm just
See,
like
Yeah, that's
waiting.
happened. That's
Exactly the telling Gyan when it comes to listening exams and all that. I'm not going to start studying right now because it does not
Jack,
retain at all.
your voice,
1
Jack,
week is my maximum.
Jack, your
I
voice
can hear him
is not.
clearly.
bro. Now
Jack,
I'm
I think
thinking
you
today.
guys were
every
you guys were
one,
discussing something
yeah,
about Briganza, sir. I remember someone saying he's the most strict one.
yeah.
Briganza, sir.
I got
No,
Briganza
not
Last
from
time he
here.
was
system.
my
No, not
interviewer.
So
system.
what kind of questions does he ask? Like
Yeah, he asked
Yeah,
5 to
anyone
6
has
question
any
only.
experience with it?
question.
Anyone has
Bro,
any
he need
experience with it?
everything. He will ask less question, but he needs every
No,
minute
Yes,
detail.
yes.
If you
other
fail
than
to
I'll
explain,
say,
he will just directly say, "Okay, you don't have adequate
yeah.
knowledge, so I can prepare."
Even if you're not mentioning, because I had last time interview with Peganda sir, I was not able to answer one question, and that too about where is exactly burst plate is located. That one question I wasn't able to answer, and the second question was I sort of buffered and forgot to mention the thermostatic expansion valve. Apart from these two questions, I answered all the questions properly, and I have posted the questions on the group as
अरे
well. So these were the only two questions I wasn't able to answer,
He
and he was like,
accepted it.
okay. No, he rejected. If he had expected me, I would have. You are not going
he
to
would have went for the
question
September batch only, bro. He
Okay.
would be selected.
Guys,
Okay.
guys. Hmm. So then after what he asked, Hifazat brother,
अरे bro, I forgot to mention one question. He
yes,
asked me about the boiler mounting also.
boiler mount. Okay, all right. So
And
you said the
in
name
that
along
you
with
are
Gyan,
yeah,
my result कब
I,
आया Gyan? When did you give result?
today.
Of, today.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
At least I am going to
I
get
got
15
Let me
days
ask my
na.
friend. No, it's all good.
At
yeah,
least
it
15 to
will
20
be more
days
than 50.
you have. Yeah, minimum
Eh,
20 days you have.
20 days. Thank you so much.
And also you will get the mail before around six days. This
6
time
days.
I got 6 days before.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I need to prepare a
Last
lot.
time
I am so
Week before
nervous.
you receive that mail.
अरे जारी रख यार कोई नहीं interview कल भी हो जाएगा कोई नहीं.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think, see, I don't.
Kiran,
Yeah,
Kiran.
hey, Kiran.
तो
Sorry.
काल का
हिफाजत भाई
किसका इंटरव्यू है?
अरे
नो
हिफाजत भाई सुनना कैसे है नींद नहीं आ रही
हिफाजत ब्रो मेरा मैसेज फॉरवर्ड कर दे.
कल 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 किरण की जगह मैं था. कल किरण की जगह पे मैं था भाई, ऐसे ही
कल
था.
मैं आऊंगा.
मैं रात भर जागा हुआ था भाई,
पहले
रात भर जागा
फर्स्ट
हुआ
डे
था.
कमलेश ब्रो then I will.
Solution पे आने वाले हैं।
और
कैसे
रात में
यार
मैं ना
नींद
डायग्राम प्रैक्टिस कर रहा था रात में बैठ के.
मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा। I'm really very nervous। सुबह से मैं भाग रहा करके मस्त chill कर रहा हूँ।
तुम्हारा भी कल इंटरव्यू है
Date ही
कमलेश?
नहीं आया है अभी तक। I'm just waiting for the date, you
अच्छा.
know। Because nervousness and frustration दोनों साथ साथ ऊपर बढ़ रहे हैं, पता है।
अरे हाँ, गुरविंदर है ना, गुरविंदर.
गुरविंदर coolest
ब्रो
guy.
कितने दिन बाद
कमलेश एक
मेडिकल
बार
के लिए
क्रॉस
आएगा?
चेक कर लिए
मेडिकल
ब्रो
एक 1 सेकंड क्या?
मेडिकल के लिए मतलब कब तक बोलते हैं इन लोग, कितने दिनों बाद?
उसी दिन जैसे तुम अपना डॉक्यूमेंट सेंड
हाँ.
कर दोगे ना
तो
बस जैसे
कुरियर
वो
करना है
देख
तो
लेंगे
क्या करना है?
डॉक्यूमेंट्स ओके हैं तो
आपको भेजना है, कुरियर करना है?
अरे कुछ नहीं वो सिर्फ अपलोड
अच्छा
वो स्कैन डॉक्यूमेंट भेजने हैं अपने। मेरे को एक डॉक्यूमेंट अभी कॉलेज से बनवाना है, बस मेरे वो पेंडिंग है बस कि AICT अप्रूवल सर्टिफिकेट
मतलब तुम्हारे कॉलेज
वो बनेगा है रजिस्ट्रार से, वो है
कॉलेज
रजिस्ट्रार से
और
बनेगा।
डॉक्यूमेंट जैसे
I will send you the mail,
just
photo, screenshot of the mail.
Okay.
I think they are the simple one. All your passport and all the Aadhaar card and 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet, all the semester results. I don't have like 8 semester result. So ma'am told me you can send me after you get. And one is the AICT approval. Bas, that's all. And lastly, you have to send a ESA, sorry, written essay. And she will give you
What
a
is this
topic and you have to just write.
AICT
Then you have to.
approval, brother? Hello, what is this?
अरे that's approval for the college.
From where I
That's
to
approval
get?
from the college. Government.
It's like
तेरे कॉलेज को है, डोंट वरी, ऑफिस में जाके अप्लाई कर, वो
ऑफिस
सर्टिफिकेट
बन जाएगा। मैंने भी जाना है अपने रजिस्ट्रार के, रजिस्ट्रार होता है ना, वहां बन जाएगा।
What I have to ask them that give me letter in the name of Anglo or just
अरे टाइम है टेंशन मत ले टाइम है उसके लिए अभी।
no. What I have to say
हाँ
to them for IICT approval that I need a just
बस
हाँ
same you have to simply go and tell the office I
Hmm.
want make ACT, I need ACT approval certificate of the college. The
Okay.
registrar will make it for you with the stamp and sign.
There is nothing my name on it now. It is nothing to do with me now. It's of college certificate
Yes,
only.
they they need everything will be there, that who are you in branch, which branch, and from which period you are studying, have studied there, like 19 to 23, whatever your is.
kind of
Okay,
like
so
government
I will
office,
already apply because my
AICT
college is
approval.
so slow
It's
in
like
this material,
uh,
in this thing. So Hifazat
acha
bro,
acha
I want to
no
don't worry.
Hifazat bro, I want to ask you one thing. Since you were so nervous, okay, and so while interview, what was your thought process and what were you thinking that what was your turning point that how would able to answer the question answer and why you were not fumbling?
See, when I was doing mock interview with the Kiran, na, it helped me very much. Bro. So he used to smile in between. So I remember I used to
Yeah,
smile in between without any reason. I was smiling in between, like when he was starting me question and
like
when I was answering anything. Little smile on my face at
स्मर्किंग
that time.
लाइक कितना भी फटी रहे बस मुस्कुराते रहो मुस्कुराओ
हाँ
मुस्कुराओ
वैसा ही.
या वन टिप्स we have किरण yeah it's really showing a symbol of confidence smiling na yeah
यार एग्जैक्टली नोट करना,
हाँ.
ये सेंटेंस कितना भी फटी रहे स्माइल करते रहो.
exactly
रिकॉर्ड
यार
ले और ये बाद में यूट्यूब पे जाएगी.
अरे यही बातें तो याद आएंगी मेरे भाई हमारे स्ट्रगल के दिन
ग्रुप में
कि
भी डाल दो.
कल किरण का हो जाए फिर देन कमलेश भाई का हो जाए फिर मैं भी पीछे पीछे आऊं हम और जो बचे हुए हैं धीरे धीरे हम भी आपके शरण में आए
अरे सारे जनवरी
लेकिन
बैच में आ गए।
हाँ मजा आ जाएगा भाई सच में. हाँ एंग्लो में धूम मचा देंगे.
ये सब का कभी है लेकिन.
बस 1 मिनट बचा आप लोग के पास जिसको जो बोलना है बोल लो कल मेरा मिड सेमेस्टर का
बाकी
एग्जाम है
सबका
अरे ये
कभी
रिकॉर्ड
कभी है किरण
अरे
वगैरह.
ये रिकॉर्डेड अपलोड मत करना
अरे कोई नहीं
बकचोदी है
देखता
ये।
ओके
अरे देखता है भाई, आशीष देखता है.
अरे आई हैव टू सेंड द डेटा ना प्रिंस सर पूछते रहते हैं कि होता है कि नहीं मैनेजर
ये
जब
ये डाटा के भेजिएगा।
ये 1-2 मिनट कौन इतना पूरा
भाई
दे